Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Totally Chonkers CHONK CAST, the very first edition. I'm Paul, aka Nil Trace.
I'm Zaz, or Zara.
I'm Amber.
I'm Alex, aka Elusive. This is the CHONK CAST.
Hi.
So the purpose of the CHONK CAST is to give us a bit of a platform to be able to promote up and coming events, go basically do debriefs on the events that we've already had recently, and sort of point out interesting thing that's coming up in the region. Doesn't necessarily have to be us, just helping promote other crews, other gigs in our region, and also give us a platform to bring in guests where we can talk about what they have coming up as well. There's sort of like the whole ethos of Totally Chonkers to begin with, really, is to help not just us and promote what we do in the scene, but also help and give other people a platform to promote themselves, to be able to get gigs and play gigs and stuff. So that's sort of the whole purpose of the podcast. So I guess the first thing we want to talk about is, where did Totally Chonkers come from? So
It's a bit of a mixed story, really, isn't it?
Yes,
it's kind of a culmination of happy accidents all at once, to be honest.
Just in your
Big
bedroom.
collaboration.
Yeah, they just started off. Basically, it started off with me getting given a date at E Street.
Yeah.
Last May. I got given. They didn't have a name for the gig. They didn't have anything really set up for it. I had about a week and a half to get it set up, and I had two DJs on the bill that they already had set up. One of them was Johnny Darko from the UK. Some of you might know him. Absolute weapon. Like, makes his own tunes, plays sets, MCs his own sets while he's playing. Like, absolute don.
Very tight.
Very tight, yeah. Really, really nice guy too. Absolutely lovely individual. It was him and the guy Jack Langdon, or Langdog. So I basically just started pitching names in a group chat that we had, and I kind of jokingly suggested, should we just call it Totally Chonkers?
Based upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vicky loved it. Vicky's the owner of E Street. She loved it. She was like, yes, we're calling it that.
Yeah.
And
For the fun factor.
yeah, it's a fun name, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's silly.
it's a very silly name.
Yeah. But tell me, how did the cat become a part of it, though? The big ginger.
So,
Because that's...
I was trying to do the poster because I do all of the promo, like, posters and stuff for the gigs. But I literally put into ChatGPT create an image that is the definition of chonk, and it literally just gave me a fat cat. I'll put it up on the video now. I've still got it, like, in the archive, the chonk history books.
Other chonk.
It's just a massive fat ginger cat sitting in like a throne with just chonk over the top of it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's hilarious.
Lording over its kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much, like the
Yeah.
Lord Chonkington.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, so I already had a concept for the poster, but I said, right, I want you to combine this poster concept with the Chonkers cat, the Chonk cat. And then, that was the first poster that we landed on. And all I did was go, it needs some headphones. And it chucked some headphones on it.
Yeah.
And that was sort of like the first...
And some shades.
The shades came later, though.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like the second or third edition of it, I think. Was when
Yeah.
I was like, no, I need some Ray-Bans.
Some shady going on.
Yeah.
Dirty dogs.
Well, it was kind of emulating me a little bit because I always have my sort of
also.
Ray-Ban style.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, it would be cool to have a cat wearing sunglasses and headphones.
So,
So that's kind of where that happened. And then, because the first one that we did, like, you guys remember it, eh? Like, the
Yeah.
first one
Oh,
that we
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Holy moly.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolute
it was out,
cat.
it was out the gate.
Yeah.
None of us were, considering I had a week and a half to promote it.
We were not prepared.
No.
That was my first proper introduction to gigs at East Street.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It was the first. Me and
Yeah.
Amber had only really been seeing each other for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, I'm
true.
doing a gig, come along. And it's,
Trial by fire, welcome.
Yeah, they're pretty jaw-dropping when you see E Street like that, eh? Just a little vegan cafe.
yeah, I
in the
remember
heart of
you coming up to
Nelson.
me at one point and being like, This turned into a party.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like,
Yeah.
it's actually a massive party.
Yeah,
I might.
It was the turnout.
Yeah,
Proper turnout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There was heaps of hype, heaps of interest on it.
Yeah, and then Vicky wanted us to come back.
Yeah,
She's
for
like-
obvious reasons.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
wow, that was nuts.
Yeah.
You guys should come back and do another one. And that's how it's basically how it got started. Yeah,
Yeah.
10 gigs later.
Yeah.
And a bunch of pack outs as well. It was absolutely packing the place out.
Yeah, proper energy from start to
Yeah.
finish the whole way through.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
let up, when you've got like still a reasonable floor at like 3 a.m. when people
Yeah.
are getting kicked out and
People not
Yeah,
wanting
don't wanna
to
go
leave.
home.
Wanting
Don't
to
wanna go home.
leave.
Like
Yeah.
they're like one more, like
you've done
this-
something
yeah.
good.
Yeah, the lights are on and people are still like not wanting to leave, like refusing.
Like yelling
until I
out one
played
more
another
song. Yeah.
Yeah, like me and Paul are like, okay, we'll play one more, and then they're like, another one. And you're like, dude, come on. Like,
We've already done this,
we
another
did it,
one.
The
like,
lights
I
are
gave you-
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sign of a good night, though.
Oh yeah.
That's my mark, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
End of the night.
Yeah. If people are refusing to
Stand
leave,
the
you know
crew.
you've done a good job.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically where the Chonkers came from. And then we just turned it into a company. We turned a silly goose joke that came out of my head. That is just like a random comment into a full-on company. GST registered, baby. Like,
Limited liability.
and now we're like doing gigs all over the place. Like we're
Chonk
starting
out
to
the
get
store.
stuff happening in Christchurch now and like Blenheim and stuff.
Yeah. So, segue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big segue.
Yeah. Tell us
Um,
about Blenheim. Tell us about what's happening in a few weeks' time.
yeah, so we've got the gig happening at the Marlborough Public House. I played a gig there before for the Kitu guys last year. It's a cool little venue. Got a nice outdoor area and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, we're just doing our first kind of like foot in the door gig there on the 3rd of July. It's a free entry. So
Oh, good. Get involved.
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah,
Yeah.
why not? It's
Yeah.
free. Like literally, it's free.
those.
You get to come see some like really good local DJs. Got me and Paul, Payroller and Philzy, who's a Blenheim,
Yeah, Philzy.
the Blenheim Chonk representative. Yeah, so we're just gonna go slam out a gig there, and it's free. So why not? Just come and get involved. We do have to cut it off at 1 o'clock, which is kind of. But I mean, it's winter, like they don't want to keep it going
Yeah.
for ages. But we'll
alright.
definitely pack it in there.
They'll change it for the next one after they say.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's actually a liquor licensing thing. It's not their
Ah.
decision. The Blenheim liquor licensing in winter goes down to 1 a.m. because I guess they don't want people causing a ruckus.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
The police are cold too.
Yeah,
Nobody
you know
wants
what it
to
can
be
get
out.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 2-3 in the morning time can be pretty loose.
Yeah.
And especially in Blenheim as well, there's a bit of a nightlife there. So
Yeah.
so come get involved in that.
Rickens getting out a little bit of work.
So another thing we wanted to talk about was what's the ethos / brand of the TCC. So I think this is something that me and Paul really thought about early on. Like, what do we want to do? Like, who do we want to be when we do this? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because me and Paul have a very like-minded thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Which was we don't want to make something that's just us.
So
Like,
it's
we-
about inclusivity, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's a platform for people basically, so we can we all started somewhere, right?
Yeah.
We all had our little small OG stomping ground type of thing, and everyone needs a platform, to elevate from your bedroom tune selections and spinnings to actually get in front of an audience, shake off those cobwebs or those nerves, or just get you a bit more settled into things. And everyone needs that opportunity basically. So it's really a sharing is caring type of ethos basically, just to promote and boost people.
yeah.
That's what makes us a little bit different to everyone else. Like we if people message us and they're like, I want to play a set, we're like, cool, send us some tunes and
Yep.
yeah, we'll see
let
if
us
we can
put you
it
on.
the slot.
Like, yeah. And we've done that a few times. We've had some young DJs that are new come and play,
I think one of the really good examples of that was the open decks that we had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that late last year?
Bring that up.
No, it was in January.
Okay, start of this year. Yeah. That went down absolutely incredible, actually.
Yeah, people really, they
That
keep
was
telling me to do it
incredible,
again.
So,
I think we should.
There'll be another
It
one in the
definitely
future,
needs to
for
be a
sure.
regular.
It was really great to see just the different DJs bringing a different collective of people, their own group of friends. There was a lot of variety of people that were there.
So much hidden talent as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone needs a shot. I remember, while we were living in Melbourne, some of those first open decks that I was attending.
Yep.
Yeah,
From train wreck to train wreck to,
and you kind of get a bunch
Bring
of
the cane for.
you get a bunch of people in as well. Just like they bring their crew as
Timing
well,
on it.
so you end up kind of introducing yourself. What was that? You kind of end up introducing yourself to a bunch of new people in the scene as well, and then you're kind of like creating a networking environment, but everyone's there to play music at the same time.
Yeah,
I think it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me anyway, coming back to the scene after being away for so long while I was overseas and stuff, I noticed that it was really clicky. Like,
Yes.
it was
Very,
really hard for
very
me
quick.
to get.
Well, we've been 4
Yeah.
years we've been
Can
back
be.
in Nelson before, things
Yeah.
really started opening up.
And you have to, it's like you have to really like force your way in a way as well. Like, you kind of have to headbutt your way.
You have to be
into
quite
it.
assertive,
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very sure of yourself, and quite repetitive
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah, and like you kind of have to keep hitting people up, and like, because all I want to do is play music. I just love it.
Yeah.
I've always loved it. And I found that, a lot of the people that run gigs, and this isn't me, I'm not like discrediting anyone by saying this. It's just how people choose to do their own business basically, and how they like to run their own gigs. But it just seemed to me like there was a lot of, each crew had their own DJs, and they always just put them on, and then like it was really hard for you to get an opportunity with them to play a set, because they always had their own mates or their
Yeah.
crew that were in. And I wanted to change that. I
Yeah.
wanted to make it so that it wasn't just us. Like I could put me and Paul on every time. Like on every headlining slot if we wanted to. We could just be like, it's our gig. Me and Paul are going to do 2 hours back to back as a headlining slot every time.
We understand the ramifications of that, whether people do want to come out and see us or not. There's still the thing of keeping it fresh, so that there are new people on, so there are new groups of people coming through. It's more of a community, again, it's more
New
of a
music
network.
as well.
Yeah, new music, exposure to other people's sound as well, exposing the general audience to the other people's sound. So that's the whole point of going out to these nights, is to sort of hear something that you didn't really know that you liked or that you needed to have in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it was, we showing people music they didn't even know they needed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally.
And then the people we bring in show us stuff too.
Yep.
Like, I've had loads of people that have come through and done gigs where I'm like, wow. Like, I'm running up on stage, like, pressing the info button on the decks, being like, what is that? Like, who made that?
Preview.
You know what I mean? Like, and they're like, and people like trying to cover it. Oh, no, you don't get to, don't get to see, bro.
Yeah.
The my loves.
Yeah. So what would make us, in 2 years from now, what would you guys say, like, what would be sort of like the point that you wanted to get to with us, with the TCC? And like, what would you sit back at the end of that and go, like, that was worth all the work that we put in, like, this is where we're at, look at what we've done.
I've always said, I guess, over the last maybe 3 to 6 months, whenever I've had a chat to anyone about sort of like the direction of it, I've always wanted basically for us to, obviously everyone wants to be able to sell their gigs out every single time, right? Like, that's ideal. But for us to be able to bring DJs through, whether national DJs out of town or even international DJs that might be like a little bit under the radar or maybe possibly niche or a bit for the heads, and to still be able to sell those out, because people trust that what our choice is always going to be top quality, and the lineups that we curate is going to be top quality, so that people don't really need to think twice about grabbing an early bird or whatever.
Like, they don't necessarily
secure
need
a
to
spot.
know. They don't necessarily need to know who the producer or artist is.
They just know it's going to be
They just know that
No,
we've
it's-
picked them to come to play, so they know it'll be good.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That's kind of my ideal, and then obviously being able to progress to like larger sites, or you know, like a day-long thing, or a 2-day event or something like that, and still
That's
that being able to succeed, obviously.
I think for me, I 100% agree with all of that, but it's also the community side of it as well. So for me, drum and bass was always such a big family community thing over in Melbourne. Big shout out to the Melbourne BNP crew, but we're starting to do it already. We're creating the squad, the guys that we know that we can rely on. We're going to see them at, you know, the gigs and things like that. I want that to become a wider thing, so you know that you're always going to turn up to a gig, and whether you're going by yourself or with a couple of friends, you're going to see people there that you're going to enjoy the night with, you're going to have fun with you, and you know, make memories, and you know, just have fun.
Look out.
It happened last night.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Went
exactly.
and played at Ngātamoti Hall last night. Didn't know anyone when we showed up, and then two of the crew showed up. We didn't even know they were going.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, cool, the crew showed up. Yeah, and they have the exact same reason we're here. It's just
Like wider network.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a 2 degrees of separation kind of thing.
I like that though.
Yeah, definitely.
We went to the bank yesterday to go sort out a couple of things, and we're talking to the guy, and he's like, oh yeah, I was talking to somebody else in here earlier about East Street and the music scene. We're like, oh yeah.
About the lighting.
The lighting,
And we're like, was he really, really talkative? Yeah. That sounds like famous.
I know who that was.
Yeah.
Funny. Hamush just doing his little thing all through town.
Yeah.
He's
Legend. That's so funny, man. Yeah, he was there last night doing the lighting too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, just showed up. I was like, oh, I forgot he was coming.
Yeah.
top man.
Yeah, had a vertical, his new vertical smoke machine in there, dude, hazing the place out.
That's awesome.
You walk into the kitchen out the back, it's just fog, and you're like, whoa, it's made it through the whole building.
It
Jesus.
didn't smell like normal fog machines. Like, it was.
Yeah,
it didn't smell bad. It was like good. It was nice. It was like
Putting essential oils into it.
He did have his
Probably did,
diffuser.
though.
Yeah.
He did have his diffuser in there too.
So,
Pretty
sorry, it's
cool.
a bit of a side quest, but like, what would you say would be?
For me, I think like doing the family friendly day things where everyone can like bring their kids, their grandparents, and it's just a good fun time for the whole family. Because again, like community and just introducing kids to like good music. Because like there's not really much good mainstream stuff for kids that is appropriate for them. Like if you're listening to the lyrics and like what they're about, it's like just partying and like seduction and stuff. Like it's where's all the stuff that kids can dance to that is actually just about fun
music.
Yeah.
It's the Bananas and Pajamas remix.
like
Barney remixes.
like some wiggles,
No.
but for drum and bass wiggles and techno wiggles and stuff.
I mean, there are some sort of wiggles in there.
And
The tunes get wiggly.
Oh dear.
and definitely like one thing I really see us doing is a big summer music festival. Like, where we have a big site and we get like 50 DJs over the weekend, and it's just
That would
heaps
be
of
my
fun.
ideal. Definitely.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a big music festival,
that's
like a
how
Totally
it is.
Chonkers
Yeah,
music
with
festival.
like 2 or 3 or 4 headliners, like, over a couple of
some
days.
international ones.
We're
Like,
just replacing Bay Dreams at this point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was, Boomtown.
Potentially.
Boomtown in the UK. I always thought it'd be fun to do Chonktown.
yeah,
Literally create
Oh,
like a
that'd be
settlement.
incredible.
Yeah.
Where you've got lots of tiny little stages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little forests
Yeah,
and
and
things like
just have
that.
like a full settlement almost.
Where you open a portaloo and go
Yeah.
through into a container.
Yeah,
that's
we
a
have like one that's
rave
just a
cave.
Mad Max themed
Yeah.
area where it's just like
yeah.
It's
Some sort of like
Dome.
a Narnia,
Welcome to the
where you
Chonk
open the
Dome.
cupboard and then go into
yeah,
the
dude,
room.
like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I
Just
really want to do
like a
that.
real
Yeah.
big community where it's like people that have come to our gigs and then they're bringing friends, and it's just like a whole big community where everyone's safe and looking
Yeah.
out for each other and
Yeah.
camping and like just combining camps. Like what
Yeah.
we did at Akitu, like we invited random people into our campsite that we had only just met, and
Yeah.
they were like really cool. And they like one of them was a volunteer, so she was working on the gate and doing some other stuff, and we're like, come and join us. And she was really cool. And then later on in the night, like she would check up on us as well and be like, you guys doing good? And it's just that sense of community and making sure that everyone is having a good time and looking out for everyone, even though we're all complete strangers.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it always used to be.
Yeah.
Like,
and I like that.
Fat, like back in the day, that's what fat was. Like,
yeah.
You could easily go up to any I remember walking through there I'd just get on so many side quests because I'd walk past and be like, hey man, what are you up to? Like, go to hang out with a bunch of random dudes.
Yeah.
And then like you just get sidetracked because you're just getting everyone's wanting you to go hang out with them.
Yeah, and like offering you to come, like trying to offer you food, drinks.
Yeah,
like
hey,
come eat
beer?
this.
Like,
we just cooked some food. You're hungry, and it's like it's just really, it's really nice to see that. It's really heartwarming to see.
Yeah. It's a
We've
caring
lost
community.
that. We've lost so much of that in Nelson as well. Like for me, growing up with the music scene here, there was always something on, but you were always safe no matter where you were. Like up to the upper Mai Tai. Times
there was a Mai Tai gigs, Water Gorge.
So yeah, I think we're all pretty.
It's kind of like the old adage, like if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Kind of thing, go with a group.
Would agree.
And like to me, it's just about fostering that safe environment for everyone.
Yeah.
Really, like it. That's what I hear the most about our gigs at East Street is people are like, the vibe's immaculate.
Yeah.
Everyone's friendly. Like everyone's having a good time. Like we've done a lot of work into vibe checking that place. And, and removing people that are being a problem. Like
threatening it, basically.
Yeah, like
trying to break in.
It's like ultimate inclusivity because it's all about everyone feeling welcomed and safe, basically.
Yeah, and I think you don't need to do much of that to police the vibe, basically. Where you remove a couple of people that are being
start self-policing as well.
Well, yeah,
the community does,
and people know what's expected of them when they go.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go to a Chonkers gig, you know to come correct, and you don't cause a problem. Otherwise, you're going to get talked to. Like, I'm not necessarily kicking people out, but when you've had some guys getting a bit handsy or they're getting a bit too into people's personal space and stuff, like we do go and tell them to calm down.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to kick you out, man, but like you got to stop.
We encourage people to speak up. Obviously, don't be like a shrinking violet. Like let it all continue.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with people that've had a bit too much to drink or done a bit too much of something. We're like, do you want some water? Like, let's get you some water and some like a cup of Coke or whatever, just so that they can sober up a bit. Like we want them there to enjoy themselves as long as they're being safe. And so we're
the
main
no
thing is like drink.
To going a bit over.
So we're like, drink some water.
Like you get to a certain point
we
where
don't
like,
want to kick
harm reduction is very important.
And that's why we watch it real hard. Like me and Zara are really good at that, making sure that we like drink some water, and if they're really not wanting to, then it's like, okay, well you're gonna have to leave.
If they continue to escalate, then it becomes a security issue. So
but we're really good at making sure everyone is safe and happy, and it's just good vibes.
It is.
And when people come up to us with issues, like we make sure we really look into it and make sure like we can try to help come to a solution for everyone.
Well, I think I'm on the same page as all of you guys, to be honest, as far as 2 years down the track. It's kind of the culmination of all of that. For me. Okay, well, I think on the next, I'm just going to cut to a next segment now, and we're going to talk about, in the next part, we're going to talk about basically East Street, what that means for us, and like
our spiritual home,
our spiritual, our like literal church on Church Street. And we're going to talk about some of the things we've got coming up in the next couple of months. Okay, so in this segment, we're going to start talking more about what we've got coming up. As a lot of you may know, East Street, which has been our main stomping ground in Nelson for the past 12 months, or even longer for you guys.
It's
been an institution.
It's finally had to close its doors. That happened in the last weekend.
Pulled curtains.
Yeah, so that has meant for us, obviously, it's quite hard to find venues in Nelson that are like ones we can do regular things like once a month or something.
But it's so understanding and open-minded.
Yeah,
We can
and
also host the amount of people we need as well.
yes,
So,
so that has been something that I've already before they closed, I already knew it was going to happen.
yeah.
I've already been in talks with them about it, and I didn't just kind of sit by and let it happen. I've put a lot of work into like reaching out into other places, just so we do have somewhere to go in the meantime. But there is opportunities in Nelson coming up. We definitely still have a potential date at DeVille's coming up in the summer, which is going to be awesome because that's a way bigger venue.
Yeah.
And he's actually said to me that he's open to doing drum and bass in there.
Yeah,
So we're going to be like...
It's a legendary venue here in Nelson also, in its own right. Definitely.
Crazy venue. Always good gigs there. Every time I go, there's always great vibe there.
Oh, absolutely.
He said he's open to doing drum and bass gigs, so we might be one of the only crews that's actually allowed to do that.
That's cool.
Because he talked to me about it when I had a meeting with him. And he said that, like, he's seen what we're doing at East Street. He was really impressed by it. And he basically said, he's open to doing it. He wants it done right. And I think he's seen what we can do. And
as long as we're all collaborating and communicating.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, working with him on it, like, he also, because he's like, obviously doesn't want a massive ruckus being made in there.
Yeah.
Because drum and bass gigs can get like that. Like, you start building the energy up.
And then it's just
Get a little bit out of control.
Yeah, people can get pretty rowdy. So he wants us to keep it pretty under control, which is up to us really as DJs at the end of the day, and like curating a lineup that's sensible.
Yeah.
And not just putting a jump up DJ on that's just gonna like it could make an absolute ruckus in there. Like, we have to keep it pretty low key. But so we've lined up. So we've got the Blenheim gig coming up in the Marlborough Public House.
Yep.
We've also confirmed
Locked one in for further south.
Yeah.
We've got one confirmed at Galaxy Bar down in Christchurch on the 10th of October.
Yep.
So we're going to do a Nelson Christchurch crew combination gig down there. Galaxy Bar's really cool, by the way. We didn't get to go see it the other weekend, but all retro arcade machines. They're a bit of an I was talking to the manager or the owner, saying it's a very underground scene there.
Yeah.
They're like not really mainstream at all, which is great for us because we're also very underground. So we've got that booked in on the 10th of October. We've also got an Optimus Grime tour headliner gig set up at the Yard Bar in Blenheim on the 29th of August.
There you go.
Which is going to be massive. It's a really cool venue over there. So we're going to have another Blenheim Nelson crew sort of crossover gig. So we'll have support from me and Paul and K-Roller.
Cool.
And then I want to get Philzy in as well. So we'll have our Blenheim Chonk represent coming in as well. And then we'll have Charlie on. Optimus Grime on doing his tour. So he's doing a winter tour. So we've booked one of his gigs there.
Good.
Which is awesome because he pulls in a crowd, man. And there's a huge scene in Blenheim, but just no one does the gigs there. So I think we've taken a bit of a leap and just said we're going to start really getting a foothold in Blenheim as well.
Yeah.
Because it's only a couple of hours away, so like a lot of people can come from Nelson to those gigs. So Galaxy Bar down in Christchurch, Yard Bar in Blenheim for Optimus Grime. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
We haven't been sitting around doing nothing about it. Like we've been putting a lot of work into like networking and doing all these things. So I think really also we're in the meantime as well. We're going to be doing obviously the CHONK CAST once a month. And then in the middle of the month, so roughly the second week of the month, I want to do a live stream as well. So it'll be probably me and Paul basically doing it back to back for maybe an hour and a half, something like that. And we'll do a CHONK live stream So we can, you guys can all jump in the chat there, and you can actually talk to us, and we can ask questions, and you can, basically we're just going to be previewing tunes that we like. To be honest, like we're just going to be having a mix. Like me and Paul are always picking up new stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I just spent $60 on tunes last week again. Like I can't help myself. There's just so much good stuff coming out. So I think the live streams are going to be a really good opportunity for us to showcase those.
And you can also even maybe play some requests for some of our regulars that come to the East Streets. If they're like, if there's a song they really love hearing and they're like, can you play it for me? Maybe if they're lucky you might get to hear your fave in the live stream.
Try and make it work.
Yeah,
we're going to be pretty interactive, so it's an opportunity for you guys to sort of have a chat with us as well, and just come listen to some tunes basically. Okay, so we're going to be doing the live streams every in the middle of the month, and then we'll have the CHONK cast coming out at the end or the start of the month, basically.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to be having guest mixers come on, or guest like producers and DJs from the region, people that we've played gigs with, people that are going to be playing gigs with us. So I think there's a good opportunity for us to actually get to know them on more of a personal level as well.
Support the wider scene,
where they've come from, where they're heading, what their influences are, etc., etc.
I think it's nice to know someone that's like, like people see them on stage and they become like part of that whole thing, like the whole, do you know what I mean? Like they only see them as like a music person on stage just playing tunes. Yeah, they become almost like a character of their own. But I think it's nice to actually know like who that person is and like get to know them on more of a personal level. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to do that with the CHONK cast.
A bit more like connectivity, it's a bit more personal, obviously.
Yeah, I like hearing people's like how they started, origin stories. Because I bet you like a lot of them are very similar. They're just in different places. Like,
I've heard some really interesting DJ stories.
Yeah,
of how they started.
Right. So moving on. Next part we want to talk about was the merchandise. So, I've actually had loads of people coming up to me. Just admiring the shirts, like they've been saying they're really cool, but a lot of people have been also wanting to pick them up for themselves. So we have a full range. We've got the kids range, we've got the sort of basics that me and Amber are wearing, and then I've got like the Chonkers Universe series as well.
Characters come to life. Bit of pop culture reference.
And this one's the crop tee, so we have like the women's crop tees and also the women's ones of these that are full length.
But it's a good way to support us, show a little bit of love to the Totally Chonkers Collective. We're not making a heap of money out of them, honestly. I think it's like $1 per item. We just want the crew to be able to represent us and be part of the family.
Brand awareness. Family,
I do know that Alex is cooking up some limited edition teas that will be coming out pretty soon, which will feature in East Street as well, so it'll be a bit of a series, so keep your eye out for them because they will be limited.
A nod to some of the original gigs that we've done, so it's a chance to own a piece of history, I guess, of Chonkers and East Street history.
I'll be using all the artwork that we use for the posters to do those, which again I think some of them are really cool. Like if you take the actual like text and everything away from them, the actual images are really cool. So we'll have a range of those, but we'll only run them for a couple of months. If you want to get some of those, you can go onto our Facebook page, the Totally Chonkers Collective Facebook page. There's a link there to our Easy Merch store in the description, so you can follow that. And then you can just go buy everything directly from there. Pretty fast shipping, like they got it done.
A couple of days, honestly, for my one. So yeah,
really good customer service. They'll contact you if what you want is out of stock, and they're happy to change the colours of the shirts, and it's really good.
Yeah, quality, comfy, AS colour, can't go wrong.
Yeah, they're really good.
Nice quality, like good cotton.
Yeah.
I think we actually we have one left to potentially give away, don't we?
Yes, I have one to give away. It's this one. So this is our basic. So you've got the Totally Chonkers on the front and then the big one on the back.
Nice.
We're going to give this away, guys. So basically all you got to do if you want to be in the draw to win this, it is a large sized one, but they will fit like men and women.
Yeah.
So if you want to be in the draw to win that, you got to like the podcast on our Facebook and then give it a share.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, and tag.
Make sure it's public when you share, so we can actually view it.
Yeah.
Because we do need to be able to validate that.
Yeah. And then you'll go into the draw to win the t-shirt. So yeah, get sharing it about, guys. I think we really want this to like start taking off as well. So like the more community engagement that you guys can provide for us as well is massive.
Yeah, well, we've got a very big and rare chance to kind of move into a space and kind of start to, in a way, dominate promotions here in Nelson a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
Just,
We're
throw
already on our way there.
consistent parties and try and give back to people and, take people's feedback on board and, just be in touch with the community and, make it work for people and fit people.
Yeah.
Topher is embodying the Totally Chonkers cat right now.
He is. He's literally becoming the cat.
Becoming the cat.
Yeah.
Conking.
Here's an additional human on the couch.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that's it from us, guys. The next, stay tuned though, because the next part's me and Paul doing a back-to-back mix for half an hour, so you can get involved in that. We're just gonna go slam out some tunes for a bit, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining in, and Chonkers out.
Yeah, cheers for signing the first episode. We are fire.
Big boy tune gonna lick down your door. Big boy bass in your face, that's what I'm
Totally
You gonna make it, and when you make it, keep the same perspective. Still keep the same hunger. You know what I mean? That hunger is to always be. Man, when I feel something, and then you put it down. As long as you keep that is the underground enforcer. Clear. You gonna make it.
He's the underground enforcer. Big time kingpin. He's the underground enforcer. With his finger on the
beats like deep water, cold, clear and deadly. Snares there to set speed, the bass kicks like gently. Hooks get them shook, they get took like a chess piece. Don't play by the book, turn the page for the next scene. Machine gun drums, full clip, empty. Soundboy can't win, they ain't kings, they ain't Presley. Draw for the beats, the enemy it gets sketchy. Wanna try against the best thing, you best come correctly. Try against the best thing, you best come correctly. Correct, 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 correct,
inside the ride.
beats like deep water, cold, clear and deadly. Snares there to set speed, the bass kicks like gently. Hooks get them shook, they get took like a chess piece. Don't play by the book, turn the page for the next scene. Machine gun drums, full clip, empty. Soundboy can't win, they ain't kings, they ain't Presley. Draw for the beats, the enemy it gets sketchy. Wanna try against the best thing, you best come correctly. Correct, 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 correct. Beats like deep water, cold, clear and deadly. Snares there to set speed, the bass kicks like gently. Hooks get them shook, they get took like a chess piece. Don't play by the book, turn the page for the next scene. Machine gun drums, full clip, empty. Soundboy can't win, they ain't kings, they ain't Presley. Draw for the beats, the enemy it gets sketchy. Wanna try against the best thing, you best come correctly.
Life is false idols. I'd rather die on the sword than ever fall silent. Heavy shellings, set to bring the 4-5 in. And yeah, your bars are tight, but mine are more vibrant. It's all timing, glamorous in all lighting. Transmitting out the virus like you caught 5 in. Up the BPM and find me on the wall riding. Another every day I'm sick, this is society. Yeah, turns out I'm kinda cold with it. Lyrical masterclass on a mic, I'm so different. Forget the doctor, I'm setting up my own clinic. Pick up the lemons, life gave me a roll with it. Try now, I got a cold vision. Germinate my thoughts into the scene and then I'll go miss it. No double time flowing on this slow rhythm. Punctuate the words and every bar you can listen. I was on the mic with 0, I was preying and blends 10 ton of bass up in the speaker for them. That's the beauty of the dance, you'll never see it again. But I'll still commit the crime that I can't even defend. Some say it's killing me slowly, but it's giving me strength. See me spitting till I'm blue, I'll be the last one left. Breathing the spirit, this ain't no vision or quest. This ain't no nursery rhyme, rhyming pattern certified. Dopamine release, so I might do this till I'm 35. Yeah, stripes, every night I'm earning mine. Running laps around you, I might finish with an early time. I'm like the 110s in Merseyside. The locals love me and the fresh drops are notified. And yeah, you spin a few tunes, but can you hold the mic? It's a different box of tricks, come and tour my side.
was an earthquake. shaking.
Bye.